Tá muito quente. Alô? Alô? Que isso, gente? Um banjo? Que bonitinho, matei todo mundo em fila.
Grab everything useful. Ai, meu... Ainda tem uma retardada ali, olha. A gente se fudeu, hein, Coi? Tá matando, tá? O povo pobre, gente, nem ninguém tem dinheiro nessa merda.
É, deixa eu ver aqui. Eu já escarafunchei tudo. Já. Gente, eu tô com 2 passageiros aqui. Eu tô com um robô gigante e agora essa mulher. Eu tenho que levar pra locais. Bora passar pro psicólogo da gangue de novo.
Oh, thank God, Cora. Are you okay? Are you hurt?
I'm fine, Mom. I was so worried about you.
Gente, eu enfiar a arma no cu, ó.
You're
Plaft.
fine.
Tive
Everyone's
também. Coisa feia.
Now it's time for me to kill your dad.
No! He tried to keep me away, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't.
Oh, I swear, you two are both stubborn as mules. I need to talk to the captain of the ship. This
Sou
is
eu.
your ship, right?
Aham.
I hate to ask, but I'm gonna need some more assistance with my mission.
Meu sonho, gente, eu tô escondido.
Either here or I assume Neon. It means the Syndicate may come after all of you. The only way to get us to be really safe is to see this through. I think the Seoka have found a way to intercept some of our secure transmissions. We can't trust traditional communication. I have a limited window where the intel I gathered is actionable, so I'm afraid it's just us. That's fair.
Cadê o Sam,
Good
gente?
job, Sam. You know,
Tá
there's a shipment
sumido.
of armaments coming in on a heavy freighter, the Duma. I know its itinerary, but I don't know where the arms are being stored. If we find the cache, we can lure out a Seoka underboss, Valerie Mascara. The worst kind of criminal. She's smart. Too smart. She's convinced a number of the Seoka to think outside the box. She has plans larger than Neon, and that makes her very dangerous. Yes. What do you think?
Ele simplesmente foda-se.
Gladly. So we get the location of the cache from the Duma. Then we make our move. Thank you.
If it weren't for you, I don't know what would have happened to Mom.
Nossa senhora, a estrela é perto, mas olha a dobra que tem que ser feita aqui.
Freighter Dumont, this is Freestar Ranger Lillian Hart. Transmit an authentication ID. You were ordered to cut your engines and prepare for boarding. This is not a request.
Excellent. We know where the cache is now. I know the type Valerie uses. It'll be very secure, and if you trip the alarm, it'll send a distress call out. Valerie wants to arm the Syndicate and start preying on all the little outposts and space stations that are far away from Rangers' protection. She's not a pirate, she's an extortionist. And if we let her get her hooks into these people, it could take generations before it's clean. Right now, we have a chance to stop a problem before it starts. We can count on at least one ship being within range, maybe two. Valerie has more robots than men, so expect hard targets. From what I've seen and heard of you, I feel confident we can do this. It's time we deal with Valerie once and for all.
Hey, you. Perfect. Essentially perfect. You...
Nossa. Você é muito emocionado, Barrett.
Switching over to standard engines.
Howdy. Let me just get my ledger.
O que você tem de bom pra mim? Se eu quero. Thanks.
All clear. Time to land this ship.
first step on a new world full of life and the unknown.
If you fiddle with the cash door, the alarm will go off. So if you want to set up any traps or surprises for the Syndicate, do that first.
Old-fashioned secret door.
E rapaz. Nossa, serviu pra nada colocar essas minas aqui. Olha, gente, eles estão brigando entre si aqui.
Well, they don't need it.
posso ter morrido, não. Ah, eu não posso ter morrido, não. Puta que pariu. Ah, tava tão bonita a luta. Poxa.
Nobody above. Some ghosts. Good old-fashioned secret door. You're cool. Personally, I think we make a hell of a team. Always a pleasure.
Deve ter tirado o sangue. É sacanagem. Ele ficou explodindo sangue, eu, hein?
This is it. Valerie's cash. If you fiddle with the cash door, the alarm will go off. So if you want to set up any traps or surprises for the fruitcake, do that first.
Cadê eles? Ô cacete! Não. Poxa, tava. Porra, mano, não. Porra, morri com o cara quase morrendo a vida dele toda. Ai, eu vou ter cá pra trás.
Emergency door.
mistake, pal. We have to deal with the Syndicate before things get out of control. Sam has had a lot to say about you. Cora speaks about you a lot too. I still can't believe you brought her with you. Well, I didn't know that. I'll have to talk with her. And maybe Sam too. So I'm sure Sam's told you all about me. Go on. Ask whatever you want. It's complicated. Oh, so complicated. Cora's the one who reached out to
Ele
me
tá atrás de
a couple
você
years
ouvindo
ago.
tudo.
We exchanged messages. Then the little scam convinced me to join a book club with her. I mean, books are fine. But the looks I got from my fellow Rangers reading Alexander Dumas, we do strange things for kids. A confidential informant was supposed to arrange transport off that rock, but I lost contact with him. The Syndicate got to him, and it was only a matter of time before they found me out. I owe you for the assist. You did? That's some serious ancient history. Well, we came across what remained of the pirates that attacked him, and the way he flew, fearless, brave, unpredictable. If there were any contraband on his ship, that would be such a waste of talent. Fortunately, any cargo he had was jettisoned in the fight. Understood? Talk later, then.
Better we get it than someone else.
Pera, deixa eu pilhar os corpos aqui.
We have to deal with the Syndicate before things get out of control. And it's over. I could see why they were eager to recruit you for the Rangers. Incredible? I'll have to remember that.
We need to talk. I mean, really talk, Lillian.
Maybe somewhere private?
No, I might need a little... damn it, emotional support, all right? If anyone's gonna make this awkward, it's not gonna be you.
If you want to fight in front of your friend, I'm ready.
I know you don't approve of Cora being with me.
Don't you see why? If you keep this up, she could get hurt, or killed, or worse.
Concordo com
She
você.
hasn't. She's been safe. I've been keeping her that way her whole life. And she's not a little girl anymore. She helps keep me alive, too. Hey, back me up here.
Às vezes fica muito perigoso, sim. O Sam faz tudo para manter a Cora segura. Mentira. Você não faz tudo para manter a Cora segura. Você levou, você trouxe ela aqui. Você fica com esse orgulho besta de deixar com seu pai. Você tá todo errado.
I'll keep her safe. You know I will, right?
I know you'll try your very best. But what Constellation does, there's so much risk. I don't agree with your decision. I don't think I ever will. But I'll make my peace with it. All right?
Listen, all this, it has to stop. Like, every time we talk, it makes me want to punch a wall.
Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
don't wanna be mad
calma.
at you. I really don't.
Lillian, I don't know if what we had was ever love. But we used to like each other. We need to get back to at least being civil. For Cora's sake. It always feels like you're judging me, Lillian. Like I'm not a good enough dad or good enough partner. And there's all this messy history.
I don't think that, Sam. I don't. I know I can hit below the belt. But the way you turn your life around, it's impressive. Truly.
For her sake, we gotta do better.
I promise I'll try, Sam. If we were gonna be really honest here, Sam, Cora and you were always together, back when we were a team. Cora would follow you everywhere, like a little adoring dog. I just felt out of it, long before we separated.
Boa desculpa, né, querida, mas não colou, não. Não.
No, Sam. I need to get this out. But it's not fair that I take that out on you. Sorry, alright?
Meio complicado isso, né? Parece que cortar assunto.
It does. But it has been getting better, I think. But it's hard.
I know. It's my fault too. Truce?
Truce. But I need something, Sam. I need to see my daughter more. These messages just hurt. They're such a tease.
And she misses you. But Lillian, the last 3 times we planned something, you bailed twice. Twice. Every time you do that, it destroys Cora. And I'm the one that has to deal with it. That does make sense. Maybe you can have Cora for a vacation or something. You gotta have like years of shore leave banked.
Oh God, thank you. Thank you.
And Lillian, you know I care for you, right? But you and me?
I know. We were over before we even began.
Look, it's none of my business, I know, but you need to put yourself out there. And there's bound to be someone, hell, lots of someones, that would be thrilled for the complete Lillian Hart badass ranger package. Actually, I know a certain person on Neon.
Oh, stop.
Para.
I'm just saying. There are people that would do right by you. There's more to life than rangering.
I'll think about it. Sam and I didn't really choose to be with each other. It just sort of happened. And then Cora. I admire Sam. And he's one of the few people in the systems that can make me laugh. But I never really was. And I'm certainly not now.
Tô dando uma de filha da puta, ó.
Oh my, you're terrible.
Oh, that was priceless.
Now it's my turn. Sam, you're a good dad. I know I don't say it enough, but you are. But there is more to life than being Cora's father. So same advice to you. Find someone. Maybe you already have.
Well, aren't you just loving the turnabout and fair play nonsense?
See you around, Sam.
Vai pedir o Senko em namoro.
So you see why I like her? I mean, we were never a good fit.
E eu já tô
But they're always
namorando
good people.
o...
Well, maybe not the best. I think rather highly of myself and a few others. I mean, I got a lot to think about. You know, for the first time in ages, I feel good. Really good. So listen, in Aquila City, there's an old haunt of mine. On a balcony near a good old statue of Solomon Coe. I want to show you. And have our own real talk, okay? And maybe figure out a way to repay you.
Gostei, quero recompensa. Safado. Tô voando.
Time to tell Cora we're back. Not used to someone else riding captain. Yeah, I've picked some things up. Here you go. Pleasure. It's never dull around you. I wouldn't say no to an upgrade. Don't be a stranger.
sir.
I'll say right up front that if you're short on credit, well, all kinds of things.
Gente, eu tô cheio de quinquilharia aqui. Que isso?
If you've got what it takes, Tracker's Alliance is always offering work.
Russia's doing well for herself. Laredo is a big player in arms manufacture. Hey, thanks for coming here with me. You know, I used to truly hate this place. When I was a kid, I'd throw stones at that statue. Just beamed him over and over. Almost got arrested for it once. Shopkeep called the ranger over, who'd shoot me out good. But once he found out I was a co, he just cut me loose. Actually said, you of all people shouldn't do that. And I wanted to shout. I'm the only one who deserves to. But I managed to hold my tongue. It was a close one. I prefer to call myself spirited. But, I don't know. Maybe it's just the post-mission glow. I miss the old guy. Maybe even Aquila City. A little. With all that's gone on, with what we've been through, I finally feel at peace. Lillian and I, we're never meant for each other. But it's good to have her back as a mother to Cora. It's great, even. She was over the moon. Which is good. And for now. But I know Lillian. There will be days when she flakes. Big time. Either way, Cora's better with her in her life. Warts and all. Yeah. And without your support, I don't think I ever would have done it. Man, there's so much. But you know, behind every lucky star that's come my way lately, I see, you. I've talked with you about things no one, and I mean no one, else knows. Well, your words have been a great comfort. You know, you live long enough, and you can just get covered in garbage. From the mistakes, the betrayals, the misfortune. Makes it easy to lose sight of the things you should be thankful for. I'm the luckiest man I know then. Sincerely. When we met originally, and I heard you wanted to travel together, I didn't know what to think. It seemed you waltzed into Constellation so quickly and easily. I thought maybe you were like Walter's bastard kid or ward or something. But, you know, you're pretty amazing.
Nossa senhora. Ixi. Ah, eu estou namorando o Barrett, né? Não vou fazer essa sacanagem.
Well, can't argue with that. I just want you to know. Come thick or thin, hell or high water. I'm there for you. Every time. So let's go, partner. Listen, we're all alone here.
I'll meet you inside the facility. Need some work done?
Tinha uma área de pouso aqui, olha, sacanagem. Eu tô levando o Kaiser.
I can't believe it.
Major Sanon, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there was a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion? Where are we going?
Londinian.
Londinium. Doctor, I will require additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me. Time to walk you through what we came up with.
I will be ready.
So the problem we're up against is vast. Terramorphs, they can be anywhere. Meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option. But what if we could let something else do the work for us? Come on, I'll walk you through what we're thinking. Yes? You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asylees? Take that as a no, then. Yes, there are. Apparently, the Asylees were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asylees were chosen to fill in the gaps. We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process using, well, using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asylees' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively. All our data suggests so. Asylees, they're impressive hunters. The few tests we've been able to run, well, they more than got the job done. They're also shockingly adaptable. The data suggests they're able to thrive just about anywhere, and we plan to selectively breed them so they can hunt terramorphs wherever they're hiding. Which is important, because we did some cross-referencing in the terramorph data. On worlds where Asylees were present, terramorphs weren't. This suggests that however it is terramorphs are getting onto our worlds, Asylees are somehow cleaning that up as well. These creatures are good at what they do.
Tá, mas aí acaba os terramorfos, extingue da região. O que eles vão fazer?
If you pick a fight with one, or you're a terramorph, sure. But Asylees were already spread across the galaxy once before during the Colony War. As livestock, they're far less of a danger than the one we're proposing to clean up. I suppose that's a fair comparison. Except that this time, we'd be protecting human lives, not ending them. Now, there is another option for removing the terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not even the Asylees.
Eita!
Well, that's still not 100%. But it sounds like the Vanguard will actually be picking up a fair bit of it. But there's no sense in hammering down those sorts of details before we've made a decision on which route we're taking. Percival assures me that they're minimal. He'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics, so that they stick to the task of cleaning up terramorphs. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't always predict. So to say there's zero risk would be a lie.
Bicho.
Well, so that's tricky. Both plans are going to take major investments in time and resources. We're talking years of work, not to mention some highly specialized materials. Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Asylees gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes' tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around. But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinium. It was the central hub for Asylees processing during the Colony War. But, and this part's exciting, the terramorph data suggests Asylees were first found there. The planet it's on, Toliman 2, was their homeworld. Meaning, there's a very good chance their prey, the terramorphs, came from that same world. Which would also explain why no one ever suspected that planet as the terramorph source world. The Asylees were too damn effective at cleaning them up. Additionally, it explains why once the Asylees were gone, the outbreak there was so catastrophic. Londinium could very well be where the Terramorph saga began. And the key to its end. It's certainly not encouraged, but the UC's given their sign-off for this excursion. This trip is all above board. It's dangerous, yes. But Kaiser, Percival, and I, we've trained for this. And you're not so green yourself. And the last thing I want right now is for the UC to stick us with some gung-ho jarhead who's gonna put us and the mission at risk. Captain, you're the reason we're all here right now. You're the person I think can help us finish it. Will you join us on this? Exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinium's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatoum, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there. But you need to know, Londinium, it belongs to the Terramorphs. They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
safe here, right? Terramorphs give me the heebie-jeebies. History better damn well not repeat itself here.
Oh, this goddamn planet. You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long enough, but I forgot what a dust-crusted pit Mars can be. Now you, what do you need? Oh, nothing. I love having to take a toothbrush to every crate they drag in here. Now you gonna tell me what you need, or can I get back to my work? It's come up on my performance evals. But I know the needs of this facility inside and out. So, everyone has to deal with it. Not that it should matter to you. I'm sorry. Who are you again? Oh, that's you then. I was informed we might be working together. Don't much care for Vanguard. It sounds like you two really got into the thick of it back in New Atlantis. My sister's kids live in the city, so, thank you for what you did there. Don't think it's a controversial belief that the UC should spend its money on its own people first, rather than doling out credits to pilots from God knows where. But, considering the evidence before me, I guess the program's not a total waste. So, what you did for New Atlantis, I appreciate it. Yeah, they both came through okay. One science division, others an artist. Effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fighting. Still, would hate to see anything happen to them. Now, what was it you needed? If anyone can pull off something as downright lunatic as that, it's these people. And I'll make sure they've got all the supplies they might need to make it a reality. That's correct. Ran logistics for the Devils for years before getting the assignment here. Military logistics isn't usually thrilling work, but as bone-crushingly exhausting as this job could be, it sure as hell was never dull. Coordinating habitats for nightmares from the far side of Lantana 8B and their favorite breathing snack foods? Sure, why not? Stocking the UC for a rancher who's got 2,000 grade A kilos of biomass he can ship to Mars per week? We call days like that Tuesday. So when I heard things might be opening up again, I put in for my transfer immediately. Don't worry, I'll handle the paperwork.
De arma, acho que eu tô bem. Ó.
retros. Orbit achieved. Stabilizing. Done.
Keep your speed in check. Unnecessary collisions should be avoided at all cost. Mind your vectors. Plenty of space for everyone up here.
Trying to wrap up this patrol here.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Now you're not pestering the captain,
And
right,
we're
Cora?
done. Enjoy your
Pester?
homestead.
You think I'm a pest?
Seu lugar.
I've always wanted to visit here. I've heard it's...
Welcome to New
German.
Homestead. Please make your way to the building at the end of the path and down into the colony below. Stay safe and enjoy your visit.
Happy to stay here a while. Lots to look at.
Enjoy your visit here. Hello.
Heads up if you're planning on going to Chunks. Luther's been bothering anyone with a ship for help.
To next.
What can I help you with? Ever since we talked about the Battle of Cassiopeia, I can't get what happened out of my mind. Was it that obvious? I thought I could handle these memories, but until I return to Cassiopeia, I'll never be able to put this to rest. The last time I saw my crew, their escape shuttle was headed for the planet's surface. I need to find the wreckage to ensure their memories are honored. I would like that. Actually, I need that. One problem, though. Pinpointing the crew's shuttle wreckage is going to be like trying to find a grain of salt in a sandbox. I think we need to start by locating my old campsite on Cassiopeia 1. Shortly after I evacuated, I saw the ship come apart. The UC listed it as lost, so I assume the Dauntless was completely destroyed. The Dauntless took heavy fire to the docking section during the battle. We had 3 shuttles. One was destroyed, and the other 2 were damaged. There was no other way off the ship. What's there to tell? I survived. My crew didn't. Still, I'll never forget my finger hovering over that launch button. Would I launch safely, or explode into a fireball? It turned out that my shuttle had just enough power to allow an emergency landing on the planet's surface. I wouldn't call what I did a soft landing, but thank you all the same. My shuttle should have the telemetry tracking data for the other shuttle aboard. It should give us an... That's if scavengers haven't completely stripped my... It has a breathable atmosphere, indigenous fauna, and maybe a few abandoned mining outposts. Otherwise, it's not populated. Don't worry, it's not as though I'm coming apart at the seams. It's the conversations we've been having. They dredged up these old memories, and they're a burden. Hold on. I don't know the exact location of my survival campsite. For that, we are going to have to head to Mast and see if we can get the information from my old friend, Admiral Logan. Unless you want to search every square kilometer of Cassiopeia 1, that's our only option. If we want the information, I'll just have to put my anger aside. I can do that, you know. Look, I hope this isn't asking too much. Last thing I want to do is drag you into some kind... That's why I'm desperate for your help. Truth is, I'm scared. When I set foot on Cassiopeia, I don't know if I'll be able to handle what I find. If I begin to fall apart, I need someone I can trust to hold me together. Besides bad memories, I don't know. I'm trying not to think about it. Not yet. Oh yeah. Well, you haven't seen me behind closed doors. Joking aside, you've always been there when I've needed your help. Why you continue to support me, I'll never understand.
Eu não tinha.
I feel the same way about you. Oh, I've been so busy searching the stars for answers, I've overlooked what's been in front of me all this time. True friendship. Something I've denied myself for far too long. Traveling out here with you, I've discovered that friendships change by circumstance. I worked closely with Aja on long space voyages, so we became friendly. When she quit Constellation, the friendship ended. But I'm certain at this point, even if you and I were separated by a great distance, we'd never lose touch. I won't. Hey, anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I know you have a lot to do. I really appreciate your offer to visit Cassiopeia. Hopefully, it'll bring me the closure that I've needed for far too long.
I was just about to go looking for you, just to say hi. So, hi. You have my attention. Always. I'd be delighted if you did. Hold that pose for one moment so I can lock it in my mind. Yes, just like that. Thank you. You're one of the best things that has... Ah, stop it. You're making me blush.
I'm ready to make some waves.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later. If you think it will help, then feel free. Honestly, it felt like I was marooned on that planet. It wasn't until the UC rescue ship picked me up. The escape shuttle had some supplies, but those ran out. Fortunately, Cassiopeia is a lush planet with plenty of flora and fauna, so I was able... Logan and I have rarely agreed on anything. In fact, I'm fairly certain he never saw... When word came down that my division was being mothballed, I stormed into his office and... we haven't spoken since. Sure, glad... I don't mind. Let's head for New Atlantis. It's important we get to Mast so I can talk to Admiral Logan. If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later. I thought you'd never ask. Here. I'd be happy to carry a few things for you. Let's head for New Atlantis. It's important we get to Mast so I can talk to Admiral Logan.
Hello. Your ship is way bigger than Dad's. Oh, that's my favorite question. I've thought a lot about this. It's a very important choice after all. My favorite book is Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It's about some explorers who go down a volcano and find a secret underground world below Earth's surface. It's a great story, even with the scientific inaccuracies. Back when it was written, people didn't know the center of the Earth is a huge ball of molten metal. Mom says later this year we can spend a whole... Is this a trick question? I'm not going to get in trouble, am I? No matter who I pick? You won't! If you tell, I'll tell everybody in Constellation that you said your favorite person was me. Then you'll be in trouble. Phew! I'm glad you said so. My favorite person in Constellation is Sarah. She's so cool. I want to grow up to be just like her. I've even been practicing being a leader by bossing my dad around. I don't think he likes it much. Your turn. No fair asking a question if you aren't going to answer it too. Really? You mean it? You know what your favorite person would really like? More books! Your ship smells so much better than Dad's? Like, a lot. Bye!
Hey, yeah.
God's sake. Drop some of that rubbish already.
certo, cara. Cadê o coração do botão? Cadê? Tem. Beleza.
So what, if we count this incident as the second time I've saved you?
It's not a competition, Sam.
Sure it isn't. So there's that time at the asteroid belt, the one on Neon. So, I still owe you 3, Lillian.
4. You always forget that cargo freighter with the explosives.
4. Definitely 4 then.
But, Captain, in all seriousness, your help is appreciated. I'm glad Blake scooped you up when he had the chance. You're a hell of a ranger. Is Cora on board?
Mom!
Oh, babe girl. It's so good to hear your voice.
Can we come over and visit?
Sadly not now, honey. I'm still on the clock.
Crime never sleeps.
At this point, I'd settle for a cat nap. I had it covered, but happy to be in your debt again.
So what, if we count this incident as the second time?
It's not a competition.
Sure it isn't.
4. You always...
4.
But, Captain. I'm glad Blake scooped you up when he had... You're a hell of a ranger. Is Cora on board?
Mom!
Oh, babe girl.
Can we come over and...
Sadly not now, huh?
Crime never sleeps.
I've been doing good. I managed to even have a social life. Well, a little bit of one.
This has to be one of the signs of the apocalypse.
Remind me again why I was happy to see you, Sam. I am planning a proper vacation one day. I hear Paradiso is nice.
Is this the famous vacation you've been planning since before I met you?
Always with the wisecracks. Captain, nice moves. It's good to know my daughter's in good hands.
What about me?
What about you, Sam? I'm kidding. You always said I need to have a better sense of humor.
Forget I ever mentioned that.
Take care.
Quero não.
Let's see what's on this ball.
Orbital insertion done. Time to dance among the stars.
While we're here, it wouldn't hurt if we checked in at the lodge.
city. Please keep moving. Okay. No.
Pardon.
Sarah Morgan. It's been what, almost 10 years?
Admiral, it's, good to see you again, sir.
You're not required to address me as sir. That protocol ended the moment you dropped your clusters on my desk, remember?
Look, Admiral, I'm not here to open old wounds.
Old wounds is an interesting turn of phrase, given our past. Listen to me, Commander. I'm not sure why you're here, but whatever it is, why don't you just get to it?
I'm here because I need your help, Admiral.
You need my help. That's interesting. The last time we spoke, you made it quite clear that you were turning your back on the Navy.
That was a decade ago. Things change. People change. Admiral, please. I didn't come here to argue. I'm here to come to terms with my past.
Your past is sitting in a closed file in the archives. That's where you left it when you walked out on the United Colonies. And what about you? Just who in the blazes are you anyway? Ex-military, eh? Okay, soldier. Then give me one reason I shouldn't have both of you brought up on charges for insubordination.
With all due respect, Admiral, this is ridiculous. If you have a problem with me, then there's no need to berate my colleague.
I don't have a problem with you, Commander. I'm simply trying to determine why you deserve the Navy's help. That's quite a noble gesture. Is this true, Commander?
It's about Cassiopeia, Admiral. I'm heading back there to find out what happened to the crew of the Dauntless, and hopefully, to bring their legacy home.
That sounds like a dangerous operation. Are you certain it's worth the risk?
I don't know.
I see. The fact that you'd risk your own lives to solve this mystery speaks volumes.
They were my responsibility, Admiral. One way or another, I intend to bring them home.
I understand. And I believe I owe you an apology, Commander. Our last encounter has obviously distorted my impression of your character. What can I do to help?
If you wouldn't mind allowing me to access the files regarding my rescue, I'd be most grateful, Admiral.
That shouldn't be too difficult. I've sent all the relevant information to you, Slades. Was there anything else?
No, Admiral. Thank you.
You don't need to thank me, Commander. I just hope you find whatever it is you're looking for.
We should make sure we're well supplied for the trip to Cassiopeia.
Bora pra Cassiopeia.
Starting landing procedure.
I can't believe I'm here. It feels like walking into a dream. Oh, it's been nearly 20 years, but it feels like a lifetime. Strangely, this place looks exactly the same as I remember it. But that isn't possible, right? Just like a dream. Thank you. Right now, I feel like I need all the help that I can get. Phew. Okay, so, let me get my bearings for a moment. Yes, this looks correct. Those rock formations nearby look familiar. My old campsite shouldn't be far. You mean besides the dangerous terrain, vicious fauna, and the chance of getting lost? Nah, you've got nothing to worry about. I will, I promise. Once we get to the campsite, we'll use that as a starting point to search for the cruise shuttle wreckage. Let's go. Interesting in range? Some debris from my shuttle. Not exactly a textbook landing. I didn't have much of a choice. Well, this is it. This is the spot where I spent close to a year waiting for rescue. Not exactly Paradiso, is it? I'm surprised you've never heard of the place. It's a resort colony in the Perimeter system. You know, a place to get away and unwind.
Calma.
Maybe we should head out there after we're done. Goodness knows we'll both need a vacation. I never said I walked away. When my ship hard landed on the surface, it broke apart. There was no fire, but I was pretty badly injured. Had to crawl from the wreckage. When they finally rescued me, the UC medics said I had 3 broken ribs, shattered my ulna, and had internal organ damage. I was in the medical ward recovering for almost 6 weeks. It was difficult and painful, but it kept me alive. It was home. Look at this thing. It's been sitting here rusting. I think we need to grab an emergency power cell to get the ship's computer up and running. No, I'm afraid that it can't. It's only designed to power individual systems. Even if it could, my old shuttle is far too damaged to be fully restored. Sure, we have plenty of power cells on the ship, but they're not UC military grade. They won't work. I'm afraid we'll have to do some scrounging. Sure, if we're lucky. When I was stranded, I set up a distress beacon powered by emergency power cells. The beacon was up there on the plateau. I guess it's time to start climbing. Okay? That was a hell of a jump.
Bosta, ainda bem que eu salvei perto.
I'm glad you're handling the messy work.
Boceta, boceta. Merda. A bosta! Bosta! Justificante. Tempo de janta, filho. Ô, buceta! Ô, bosta!
Okay. Next time.
Já faz 2 dias que meu ônibus espacial caiu em Cassiopeia 1. Tenho tido apenas breves episódios de consciência, mas consegui realizar os primeiros socorros para pelo menos reduzir o meu nível de dor. Meu autodiagnóstico indica fraturas em 3 costelas e um antebraço, uma leve contusão, prováveis lesões internas e muitos hematomas. Vou me esforçar para resistir, até porque não posso deixar meus ferimentos me impedirem de chegar ao ônibus especial 02. Amanhã pretendo fazer um conhecimento geral da área e determinar um bom lugar para posicionar meu sinalizador de emergência. Com sorte, ainda haverá algumas naves na órbita e elas captarão o sinal. Por hora, vou descansar, comer um pouco das provisões e rezar para que os outros não tenham caído longe daqui. Graças aos dados de telemetria e mapa geográfico que eu tinha no meu códice, consegui determinar exatamente onde o ônibus espacial 02 caiu. Infelizmente, o local fica a milhares de quilômetros daqui, então não tenho como chegar lá a pé. Mesmo se o planeta fosse habitável e terreno fácil travessia, não estou em condições físicas de sequer tentar uma jornada dessas. Além disso, meu sinalizador de emergência, todas as minhas provisões estão aqui onde caí, e seria arriscado demais deixar tudo para trás. Lamento muito, mas minha tripulação terá que lidar sozinha com a dificuldade que apresentaram. Nas atuais circunstâncias, só posso rezar para que estejam bem. Já faz quase um mês que estou aqui e agora só tenho 3 baterias para estender a duração delas. Terei que desconectá-las do sistema da minha nave, o que significa que perderei acesso ao meu computador e aos meus transmissores de curta distância. Se o ônibus espacial 02 tentar me contactar, só receberá silêncio de resposta. É horrível ter que tomar essa decisão, mas se o ônibus 02 não tentou contato comigo até agora, é improvável que ainda venha tentar. Não sei se é porque os comunicadores deles foram danificados ou porque eles deixaram o local da queda para trás. Não sei nem se eles estão vivos. Minha única esperança é continuar alimentando o sinalizador de emergência e torcendo para que alguém o detecte. Se der certo, poderei procurar por eles lá de cima depois.
We've located where the other shuttle went down. I can't believe our plan worked. Don't even joke. If this data is faulty, and we end up being pointed to a pile of rocks, I don't even know what we'd do next. I'm fairly certain I was able to capture all the data before I hit the ground. I'll try not to worry about it if you won't. Well, we're not there yet, but damn, it does feel good. The telemetry data puts the wreckage out of range to hike. We're going to have to head back to the ship and land on a different part of the planet. Let's get going. I never tire of visiting worlds like this. Had I been on this planet under more pleasant circumstances, I might have had more time to appreciate the beauty it has to offer. And that, my friend, is how we do things on Jameson. What's left of the cruise shuttle. But it looks like parts were scavenged and dragged somewhere else. Could there have been survivors?
Depois de tanto tempo.
There's got to be something useful out here.
I'll shoot if I have to. Just turn around and leave. I know how to use this thing, and I will.
Oh my God. Who are you?
I'm nobody. Just go away. I'm not going to let anyone take my stuff again. No way. Both of you, just go! Hey, I'm not stupid. Last time people were here, they promised to help. They ended up tricking me. They stole all of my good stuff and left me behind. I'm not going to let that happen ever again. Answers? About what? How do I know you're telling the truth?
Stop it right now. Put away that gun and talk to us. We want to know what happened here.
See? You're not nice at all! I knew it! You're a liar. That's all grown-ups do is lie!
What? Oh, yeah. Right. Exactly. I was wrong to get so angry. We are here to help you, and we promise to tell the truth.
I don't know. You're kind of scaring me. Why should I listen to you? That's because no one is fooling me ever again. The crew? No one's been looking for that crew since before I was born. So tell me another lie. Go ahead.
You were born here? Hold on. Oh my god. Your parents, your mum and your dad, what were their names?
Jenna and Elias. Why?
Jenna and Elias. Private Jenna Marsh and Corporal Elias Obrist. You're their daughter. Listen to me. I knew your parents. They worked with me on the Dauntless. I'm Commander Sarah Morgan.
You're Sarah Morgan? Mom and Dad's captain? My parents used to talk about you all the time. It's like a dream to finally meet you. I know this is Cassiopeia. I've been here since I was born. I know my mother and father were from Gemsun or something like that. I bet it's like 1,000 miles away.
Bem mais, meu filho.
My parents told me she was in command of their ship in a huge battle. They said she was a hero and the bravest person they ever knew. Yeah? Well, you're too late. My parents are dead.
O que houve, gente?
My father died a long time ago. And my mother, she was killed by those monsters at the graveyard. It's just me here now. All by myself.
Let me ask you a question. Actually, I don't even know your name.
Sona,
Oh, yeah. My name's Sona.
Sona. What a lovely name. Sona.
Como é que essa menina sobreviveu sozinha,
A
gente?
graveyard. Is that where the crew is, you know?
Buried? Yeah. It's a bunch of stones with those necklaces like the ones my mom and dad had hanging on them.
Thank you, Sona. I'm going to talk to my friend here a minute, okay?
Okay, Sarah.
Phew. I don't even know where to begin. I'm trying to hold it together. There's just too much coming at me all at once, you know? I'm just so relieved that you're here. There's absolutely no way I could have handled this alone. Yeah. Oh, there's so much to process. But I don't have time to deal with it right. If you want to help, then find that graveyard and bring me those necklaces Sona mentioned. I'm hoping they're my crew's gene tags. It's an identification tag worn by UC military personnel. It's encoded. If we can bring them back to Jemison, it would be like bringing home the crew's bodies for... Oh, I'll be fine. It's you I'm worried about. Sona's monsters are undoubtedly hostile life forms that have claimed the graveyard as their territory.
Graveyard. porra de barulho é esse, gente? Genéticas.
Sona, calm down and listen to me. It's much too dangerous to stay here all by yourself, darling.
I don't care. This is my home. You can't make me leave.
We can't leave her here. It's not safe. She has to come back with us to Jemison. Oh, I don't know what to do. Can you talk to her? I knew I could depend on you. Now all we have to do is convince this poor girl that she's better off leaving the planet with us. I don't know if I have it in me to say the right things.
I can hear you talking about me. And I don't care what either of you say. I'm not going anywhere.
Look, I'm clearly out of my element here and not in the right state of mind. Could you just talk to her, please?
Você não pode ficar só, querida.
Why won't Sarah listen to me? I mean, kinda. I just met her. The only reason I'm trusting you at all is because my mom and dad said Sarah was a good person. I know she probably wants to help me out, but I really wish she'd listen to my part of the story. Mom told me 1,000 times that it wasn't Sarah's fault that that I'm stuck here. That still doesn't mean I should leave the only home I ever had, does it? Mom and Dad told me there was a whole universe out there, with thousands of planets. They showed me the maps and the star charts. That does sound pretty cool, but well, it's also kind of scary. It would be hard to leave the only home I've ever known. I never thought of it that way. But leaving Mom and Dad behind, it's really hard. Even though they're dead, I don't want to abandon them. I am safe. Those monsters can't catch me. They've tried, but I learned how to trick them. They're pretty dumb. And if bad people visit here, I know how to hide. I was even watching you when you landed. I bet you didn't even see me. This planet doesn't bother me. That's why I'm not sure I need to abandon my mom and dad. Yeah, you're right. I never thought of it that way. I'm sorry I yelled at everybody. I know you and Sarah are just trying to help. I'm going to go get my stuff and then I'll board your ship. Don't worry, I'll stay out of the way until we get, well, wherever we're going.
That poor girl. I hope we've made the right decision. I realize that, but there's still cause for concern. We're ripping Sona from the only home she's ever known and casting her back into society. It's going to be difficult for her to adjust to the changes. Wherever she ends up, just promise me we'll check on her from time to time, please. That means a lot to me. Look, before we leave Cassiopeia behind, I wanted to say one more thing to you. Perhaps at the overlook we passed on the way here? I promise it won't take long. Let's go.
Let me get my things together, and we'll talk later.
Eu já sabia.